Microsoft has just dropped a brand new optional Windows 11 update, and while it might not be mandatory yet, it brings a wave of exciting new AI-powered tools, productivity upgrades, accessibility improvement, and critical bug fixes that are setting the stage for the huge October 2025 rollout. So what's inside this update? How will it change your Windows experience? And should you install it right away? Let's dive in. Microsoft has just released its latest optional Windows 11 update, and this one is packed with some of the most exciting preview features we've seen yet, coming in the form of KB5065789 for Windows 11 24H2 and KB5065790 for Windows 11 23H2. And while it's technically an optional September release, it's essentially a sneak peek at what's coming in a mandatory October 2025 update, giving users early access to a long list of AI-powered tools, redesigned settings, keyboard shortcuts, accessibility features, and important bug fixes that could significantly improve the overall Windows 11 experience. And at the heart of this preview update are brand new AI actions built directly into File Explorer, which is a big deal because it means you no longer have to rely on external apps for common image tasks. Now, when you right-click on supported image files like JPG, JPEG, and PNG, you'll see AI-driven options such as visual search, which lets you search the web instantly using an image blur background, which works through the Photos app to make your pictures look professional, erase objects, which lets you remove unwanted elements from images, and remove background, powered by Paint, which makes transparent cutouts incredibly simple. And alongside this, Microsoft has also added the ability to generate summaries of documents stored in OneDrive and SharePoint using Copilot, which means you can instantly preview what a file is about without even opening it. Though this requires an active Microsoft 365 subscription and a Copilot license. But it's another sign of how deeply Microsoft is weaving AI into everyday tasks. And this update also refreshes a click to do context menu, now featuring the most commonly used AI actions with shorter, more concise summaries powered by the summarize action, which makes multitasking and productivity smoother than ever before. And that's not all, because the Settings app has also received a wave of refinements with a brand new direct navigation link to the Agents page from Copilot plus PC Agent searches, a fully redesigned advanced settings page that now replaces the old for developers page and makes key tools easy to find, plus several long overdue relocations of time, language, and keyboard settings from the Agent control panel into the modern Settings app. So now you can tweak things like additional clocks, date and time formats, keyboard repeat rates, and cursor blink rates without diving into legacy menus. And on top of that, Microsoft has also introduced new keyboard shortcuts, including Windows key plus minus for quickly inserting an N- and Windows key plus shift plus minus for an M-, which may sound small but are useful for writers and professionals who regularly work with formatted text. And beyond productivity, there are also huge improvements in accessibility and external device integration, with the Xbox controller now getting enhanced support. Short pressing the Xbox button opens the game bar. Long pressing it opens Task View, and holding it powers off the controller entirely. While Windows Narrator now introduces a Braille Viewer, allowing users to see text both visually on screen and through a refreshable Braille display, accessible with the Windows key plus Control plus Enter and Narrator key plus Alt plus B, which is a big win for visually impaired users. And at the same time, Windows Voice Access now supports natural language commands, so instead of having to use rigid predefined phrases, you can give instructions using filler words, synonyms, and natural conversational language. Although this feature is currently limited to Intel and AMD-based Copilot Plus PCs. And to further boost security, Microsoft has also added a seamless plug-in passkey manager under Settings, Accounts, Passkeys, giving users a much smoother and more secure way to handle logins and authentication across apps and services. And of course, updates like this aren't just about new features. They're also about cleaning up old issues. So the KB5065789 and KB5065790 preview updates also bring a long list of bug fixes, such as removing accented backgrounds in the File Explorer, open with list, fixing overlapping icons and text when using increased text scaling, and making cloud files launch faster, plus solving an issue that prevented Hyper-V virtual machines with TPM from starting on ARM64 devices, fixing text rendering problems with the Chinese IME, and resolving a long-standing bug that blocked connections to shared files and folders when using the SMBv1 protocol over NetBT, though Microsoft notes that there is still an unresolved issue where DRM-protected content can fail to play in Blu-ray or DVD apps, though streaming services like Netflix remain unaffected. And while this update is officially labeled as optional, meaning you don't have to install it right away, those who want early access to these AI-powered features, settings improvements, and fixes can manually grab it by heading into Windows Settings, Windows Update, then checking the box for Get the latest updates as soon as they're available, after which it will begin rolling out in stages over the next several weeks. But since this is a preview for the big October 2025 release, installing it now basically gives you a head start on features that are guaranteed to become standard very soon, and ultimately, this update shows us two things. First, Microsoft is continuing its push to integrate AI deeply into core Windows functions, making everyday actions like editing images, summarizing files, and navigating settings more intuitive and powerful. And second, Windows 11 is steadily shedding its legacy baggage by moving more options out of the old control panel and into the modern settings UI, while also doubling down on accessibility and user customization, making it clear that Windows is evolving faster than it used under its new continuous innovation model, where features roll out throughout the year instead of waiting for one massive annual update. So even though this September update is optional, it's a strong indication of where Windows is heading in the near future, with smarter AI, cleaner design, and improved usability at every level. And for anyone who cares about staying ahead of the curve with their PC experience, it's definitely worth a closer look. And as always, this is TechVerse.